Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. I welcome you all to this July 1st broadcast. We have a lot of issues to treat today, and I would like to urge you to please be patient with me because I'm going to talk a lot of things, and there is a lot of points in what on the issues I'm going to emphasize on this very broadcast. One, I want to remind us about when I said that when Nnamdi Kanu is appearing before the court, or the people who have been speaking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and I made it clear that if we can find at least one or two or three or four, okay, let's say 5 prominent men in the southeast who have lent their voice to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, we wouldn't be where we are today. The perfect example is that those P2B came out the other day, maybe I think on Saturday in Onitsha, and called for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and asked the zoo government or the contraption or the geographical error that is called a country, which is Nigeria. He called them to obey the court order and free Nnamdi Kanu for the interest of peace, justice, and equity, and also for the interest of insecurity in the southeast. Period to that calling, Ayo Fayose, what do they call him? This guy is Ayo Fayose's brother. Before I make a mistake, his name is Isaac Fayose. He told to the toes of P2B and lay his own voice. Even if the so-called the zoo cannot hear them, even if the so-called judiciary cannot hear them, even if the so-called Attorney General of the Federation cannot hear them, but the world have heard them because the whole video have gone viral. Okeke has spoken, Okafor has spoken, Okonkwo has spoken, Okorie has spoken. All of them have already said the same thing. Free Nnamdi Kanu. At least the world can bear the witness that people have called for the release of that young man, and the so-called zoo remains adamant. That is exactly what the point I'm trying to make here. That we need some men like P2B, even if it is not from their heart, but for the fact they have opened up their mouth to speak, you will find out other prominent men that will also join that queue. Isaac Fayose have already called now and said, I want to join His Excellency P2B to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And I can quote you, within these days going, you will find out a lot of prominent voices that will call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu simply because P2B opens his mouth to speak. There are some people that when they speak, others listen. There are some people that when they speak, even people who don't want to talk anything on that matter will be forced to say something. So what that word that P2B said, the statement he dropped, whether from his heart or not from his heart, but I can tell you it will make a very big impact on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and the insecurity in the southeast. I want you to listen to what Isaac Fayose said before we can be able to triumph the more reason why Biafra must go. Yes. Before we listen to that, let me just give you a clue of what to expect after listening to Isaac Fayose. Breaking news. Nigeria Air Force helicopter crashes in Kaduna. They lied. You hear what I said? They lied. Why do I say so? The aircraft, or whatever they call it, Nigeria Air Force, or the helicopter, was shot down by bandits and the terrorists in Kaduna. But now they have come out now to tell us that it crashed. They lied. Why do I bring this news here? I want to bring this news to let you people know why it is very, very important that Biafra should exit Nigeria. Nigeria need to disintegrate. Had this kind of thing happened in the southeast, by now, those areas that this thing happens will be counting their losses in terms of innocent people who knows nothing about this issue. Their propaganda is too much. And that is why Simon Ekpa is matching them bone by bone, eye by eye, and head to head. In the propaganda they think they will use to win Biafra, they lied. Because we can manufacture propaganda more than all those internet bulldogs or internet toothless dogs that they are recruiting to be attacking Biafra left, right, and center. In propaganda, they can never win this guerrilla war. We are champions of propaganda. We know how to make peace and we know how to scatter peace. But we don't want trouble and we don't advocate for anything trouble. We want a peaceful exit from that so-called zoo. So listen to Ayo Fayose. You will know that more people need to learn their voice as long as you are from the southeast. Somebody like if Ato Ezenugbo has come out to say release Nnamdi Kanu and say it to the so-called zoo of the so-called judiciary of the zoo, I can tell you that you will hear the voice of Emeka Ofo. I mean, a lot of rich people will come out and lay their voice. But because of all these old fools, all these scallywags, all these efulefus, afonjas that we call political gladiators in the southeast, they never said anything. That is why many people keep silent. 3 years, P2B just make a statement. Isaac Fayose joined him. Imagine what will happen if I had to make a statement. Rochas make a statement. Otuzo Carlo, that's a flefu, and Chameleon make a statement. That Uzo Dinjo make a statement. Release Nnamdi Kanu. My brother, I can tell you, within the next 48 hours, the so-called zoo will look into the matter of Nnamdi Kanu. They are only making meetings to turn against Nnamdi Kanu, not even to his favor. That is what Ohaneze Beribe and the so-called Southeastern Forum, whatever they call it, including Benjamin Nekalo, who is a kinsman or kinsman to Nnamdi Kanu. All their meetings, all their gang-ups is to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu remains in perpetual incarceration until God knows when. Listen to Ayo Fayose. We'll be back to read this news about the lies and propaganda they are telling the general public.
His Excellency, former governor of Anambra. I'm joining His Excellency, former governor of Anambra, Mr. Peter Obi, to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has been there for a while now, and he has gotten bail from courts, different courts, and he was never released. I was thinking as soon as our president, His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in, I thought he will extend that olive branch to Kanu Nnamdi. I mean, if we look at other people from the north, they were given amnesty. They did worse than him. And I believe if they release Kanu Nnamdi, there will be peace in the southeast. There will be a lot of peace. You'll be able to control the boys. Because if you see all the crimes that are going on in the southeast, they are saying it's because their leader is in detention. I believe that's a smart way to reduce what is going on in the southeast. So I'm joining him to call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
It shock you, Abi? It don't need to shock you. One voice. Wait as time goes on. He made that statement on Saturday. Ayo Fayose lay his own voice. I'm sorry. Isaac Fayose lay his own voice on Sunday. Today is Monday. Before the end of this week, I will be bringing to you voices of the people who matters in the society, lending their voice simply because P2B make a statement. And P2B made this statement since. Maybe by now, we would have to be here talking about insecurity in the southeast or the release of Nnamdi Kanu. All they keep silent. But anyway, we can say thank you. Despite the fact that we know that you are the saboteur, Peter Gregory Obi, you want to turn to be another Nnamdi Azikiwe in the southeast, but all you hear again. We say thank you for making the statement, but not from our heart. Despite the fact we know that the statement is not from your heart, our own thank you is not also from our heart. We speak it for speaking sake. As simple as that. Back to the issue of national Nigerian Air Force helicopter crashes in Kaduna. They lied against it. Boko Haram shut down the aircraft around 5 a.m. You see the reason why Biafra must go. Because if this happens in any way in the southeast, you understand that southeast is not part of that so-called zoo. We are not part of it. Our own matter, they carry belle. Anything that got to do. Do you know the other day how many policemen have been murdered in Zamfara? Do you know how many people have been murdered in the bomb blast? 2 different bomb blasts in Brunu. Do you know how many military? Do you know how many police officers? They will not tell you. They will not bring it to social media. They will hide everything. Bury them overnight. In the southeast, the whole social media will be a dog. Not that I'm supporting violence. Please, do not misjudge me or misquote me. I'm stating the obvious. I am not supporting the killing of any military or any police or anybody. As long as you're a human being, I never supported the killing of anybody. But I'm stating the obvious. A helicopter belonging to the Nigerian Air Force reportedly crashed on Monday morning in the Tami community. Igabi is an area being controlled by terrorists, Boko Haram and bandits. Each WAP, now there be their headquarters. Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. According to the Vanguard, the incident occurred at about 5 a.m. where residents heard a loud sound from the crash site. The locals said they rushed to the scene of the crash where they saw the pilot emerging from the wreckage. Anyway, details of this is going to come out later. And I'll be here also to tell you my own take. Buhari has promised not to oppose Kanu's release. Rep member Agocha tell us. To tell you that Buhari hand is still ruling the zoo, some people will not understand. When Tinubu said, I'm going to continue from where Buhari stopped, it means that they are running a parallel government. And that's the simple truth. Buhari and Shetima is the one in charge of security, while Tinubu is the one in charge of the economy. So Tinubu knows how to loot. These people know how to buy. That is why you see in the National Assembly, they said they can never pass that bill to stop open grazing. This man called Buhari, hand and Shetima is in it. They never complete their duty. The Islamization agenda which they hold is only the Southeasterners that are stopping them. They still have it in their palm. And that is why this man, I don't know who gave him the idea, this Obi Agocha, he went to see him and he said he will never oppose the release of Nnamdi Kanu again, according to him. The member representing the Ikwano Umaya constituency in the National Assembly, Obi Agocha, has said that the former president Muhammadu Buhari has promised not to oppose the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu through a political resolution. In other words, his hand is still in government up to tomorrow. Agocha, who stated this after he visited the former president in Daura, Katsina State, said he was in Buhari's home to seek the former president's intervention and support for a political resolution of Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention and trial. It's a waste of time. Buhari can never do that. Buhari, I know. He hates the Southeasterners like people who have done him something in the past. I don't know what it is, but we shall see. According to Agocha, he used the visit to apologize for any missteps and utterances of his constituents, Nnamdi Kanu, and harped on the need to promote understanding and unity. Former President Buhari welcomed my approach and assured me that he would not oppose a political solution for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. This meeting is a part of a broader initiative to secure a speedy political resolution and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's subsequent release in the spirit of dialogue and non-contentious approaches to resolving national issues, Agocha said. He expressed confidence that with the met assurance given by the former president and the letter of appeal he laid 50 House of Representative members to write to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu about Kanu's condition, the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu will soon be released through political resolution. And here we go take back break. And I go hear our voice again. We are coming live anytime soon. We are just trying to gather enough evidence and information because we are doing investigation on one particular message. I will not let the cat out of the basket, but just be calming down. You are going to hear from me anytime soon. Just stay tuned and make sure you keep sharing enough my message. Like, comment, and make sure you share, you subscribe. Moreover, make sure that all these videos go viral because without you, there will be no Okuta Daily Talk. And without Okuta Daily Talk, there will be no any kind of my news to you. I just choose to do this video this way. But I will go live maybe later. Let me do that. I will go live later. So please endeavor to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's like I don't repeat this thing more than 2 times because I want you to do it. I have done my part, then do yours. Bye for now, my wonderful people. Keynesiano. I love you all.